Undercurrent, sponsored by John Hughes in Victoria Park. Choose your station before you choose your program. Absolutely.
Hello and welcome to a brand new week of Undercurrent. I'm Christy Molliker, and at the end of a week that has been, well, rather chilly, it's time to get those pulses racing as we preview the upcoming Africa Emoji musical. Fernanda Mizzen has all the best bits.
After 10 years, the musical Africa Emoji is back to Perth to tell the story of South Africa with dance and music.
Africa Emoji story is the story of South African musicians who've been singing all their lives. They left South Africa, they went into exile, their music was banned. Nobody wanted us to sing their songs, because it was during apartheid times. So I was just trying to show the whole world what legends we have in the music industry and acknowledge them and thanking them for giving us great music. So we just revived the music and put it on stage and thanking them.
That was just a great opportunity to tell South Africa's story to the rest of the world, and also just to be a part of something that's such a great thing back home.
We thanking the music that kept us alive. The music was the only thing that kept us alive. So bringing it back through music.
I'm the guy who introduces the categories and what's going to happen next, and the Xhosa groups and the Zulu groups. So that's what this Davison is all about.
It's a variety of dances. It's a variety of music. It's got so much levels that you can't even concentrate. When you get to a scene, you change from one person to another, from one dance to another. So you can't say I like this one better, but I enjoy them all.
We've been traveling the whole world. The show hasn't stopped. We've been traveling. We've been to Perth. We went to all over the world, Russia, Latvia, Ukraine. We went to Canada, America, London, France, Germany. We went all over.
Because we're always performing, we're always rehearsing, we're always working out, doing vocal warm-ups, just perfecting things. The musical's been running for 12 years. And I think for it to be running for 12 years, the cost has changed over the years, but everyone who comes in, it requires a certain amount of dedication, So we all work very hard for you guys to see what you're seeing.
If we're mourning, we sing. If we're celebrating, we sing. If there is a birth, we sing. If there is death, we also sing. So we always express ourselves in terms of music and dance.
We are bringing what they left behind. The South Africans who live here, they know what they left behind. I know that they're missing home. Home, sweet home. So the home is here now in Perth. We're bringing back the home, sweet home, back to you.
This musical shows us the Africa Umoja spirit of togetherness. Umoja means unity, to strive for and to maintain unity in the family, community, nation and race. I am Fernanda Mizin, reporting for Undercurrent.
Ever wondered where those gorgeous little pooches in your pet shops come from? Well, next up, Janae Tomlinson investigates.
Pet shops are notorious for encouraging consumers into their shops with the placement of puppies in their front windows. What consumers don't know is the dark secret of puppy farming. Many pet shops receive their stock from this cruel practice, where dogs are continuously bred and kept in inhumane conditions. Organisations such as Oscar's Law are working hard to raise awareness on this issue.
There are hundreds of puppy farms in this country. Most of them operate underground. It's like a concentration camp for dogs. Dogs are kept in tin sheds, often in the dark, appalling filth and conditions, barbed wire, limited food and water, next to no socialisation. They're kept in these places for years and they just breed them and breed them and breed them to produce puppies.
And there are backyard breeders who, could sell to pet shops as well, and there's also would be the more, official breeders who would breed specific kinds of animals and then sell them.
It's a very lucrative business. Yet some pet shops will sell a puppy up to $1,000 per puppy. We know of some big pet store chains here in Perth that ship them in from Victoria on a weekly basis, and the puppies can spend up to 3 days sitting in a crate before they even make it to the pet shop window.
It's really quite sad because often the most pedigree dogs have the most genetic problems because of all the inbreeding you do get to get that certain type, like pugs. They breed them to get that cute pushed in face, but then they have these issues where their eyes fall out, they can't breathe, all these kind of problems because animals are property under the law. So although there's some, protection for cats and dogs as far as you can't, go kicking your dog around, they're really still just property. You can buy and sell them as you wish. Some organisations, do campaign on that and try to raise public awareness about it. And I guess, whether or not they're being bred in a puppy mill or a backyard, and whether or not the conditions are going to be great, it's really a matter of what kind of home are they going to end up.
Oscar's Law is Deb Tranter's organisation, and she's an amazing woman that has been campaigning to shut down puppy factories for a good 20 years or more. And we are garnering support from various politicians, and in other countries it's already a fact. The UK no longer sells puppies in pet shops, so it's a reality. It's just a matter of when and not if.
What we need is better laws which control how breeders operate. It's difficult because under the Animal Welfare Act, you can't treat an animal cruelly, but you have to actually have someone complain about it in order for the investigators to go into the puppy farms and check. But if you required breeders to be registered and you required dogs and cats to be identified with microchips, then you have a track back, and so if anybody has a pet and a pet's found abandoned, that pet will have tracking back. There's lots of simple things that the public can do. The first thing that they should do is visit the Oscar's Law website, which is www.oscarslaw.org. On there are letter templates that you can easily add your email address to contact your local MP. We need to put pressure on the government in order to get laws changed, and that's what Oscar's Law is. We want to make puppy farms, or abolish puppy farms, make them illegal, make the sale of puppies in pet shops and online illegal, and support the rescue groups. The public can also donate. In fact, Oscar's Law does have a number of dogs that have recently been rescued from puppy farms in Gippsland, and donations are desperately needed for veterinary care. Even in Perth, if you think you're away from it, just don't buy from pet shops that sell animals. Adopt, don't shop is the key message.
We urge viewers to stop buying from pet shops to avoid unwillingly contributing to this cruel trade. I'm Janae Tomlinson, reporting for Undercurrent.
Well, in these tricky financial times, saving money can be a little difficult, but are women better at saving than men? Well, this week we took to the streets of Perth to find out.
A national survey revealed that women are more likely to meet their money-saving goals compared to men. Undercurrent asked the people of Perth what they thought.
depends on how you're brought up and how to save money. I know a few mates that like to spend money, and I know a few mates that like to spend it.
No, I think women are the better savers. I think men, if they got money in their pocket, they'll go and blow it on something. I think women sort of have to budget more and, you know, so that the money goes around.
I think women are good at using their husband's credit cards and using that to purchase things, so maybe that'll help them save on their account.
I think perhaps it's an inherent female thing, you know, like make sure there's food on the table. So the budget thing, it's actually easier, I think, for female to do that. And sort of like generally the guy goes out and earns all the money, so they think, hey, I'm earning all the money.
No, my husband hates shopping, so actually he's really easy to deal with, because if you go into a shop, he knows what he wants, he buys it and he comes out again. We don't wander around looking at things endlessly.
I do save quite a bit, you know, because I've got a good job, but men do tend to probably rely on their partner to actually save.
But there's also society pressure of like men think that they have to, you know, pay for women and go out and drinks and keep up with the blokes and I'll buy the next round. So I think there's that culture of, you know, you've got to show that you've got a lot of money and spend. So I can see how the statistics would reflect that.
I think if there's someone else in your life, yeah, your spending does go up, especially if you're a male. But yeah, I think women just play on that a little bit.
A couple of young people, they couldn't budget, and I just taught them that you can eat healthy and still save money. It all involves planning, making a plan, or, you know, like a simple plan how to budget and live within your means. And then if you're debt-free, that's 50% happiness.
Because I've got a mortgage as well, so I tend to budget. I've got a budget. So spending previously, before a mortgage, I used to spend heaps, but now I've kind of like a budget for the week to spend on either shoes. I love shopping, so yeah, I have to budget now, yeah.
To be honest, I don't spend my money much. I prefer to save things for certain things.
I have an offset mortgage, so I make sure the money sits in my account for as long as it can. And yeah, so I save interest on my bank bank loans.
I tend to go for cheaper options or shopping around, and if I don't need it, I don't buy it.
Just to put aside what you need to pay on bills and all that, and then the rest probably just indulge whatever you need to do, dinner, shoes, clothes.
When you've got something really, you know, that you really want to save for, like a block of land, then I think, you know, the men will do it.
However, there are some tips both men and women can use to reach their savings goals. Keep your savings separate from your spending money. Check the interest rate on your interest savings account. Earn to save, not to spend. And create a budget. This is Emily Baker for Undercurrent.
And don't forget, if you would like to have your say, you can find us in the city around about lunchtimes every Tuesday, and we would love to have a chat with you. I'm Christy Molliker, more Undercurrent on the other side of the ad break.
Undercurrent, sponsored by John Hughes in Victoria Park. Choose your station before you choose your program. Absolutely.